yous all going? This is Ianapolis from Australia here, aka Ianapolis, your acrylic guru. Now today I'm going to do an easy painting today. It's just very easy, probably 3 colours. We're going to do the Joker, alright? Now what I've gone and done is I've done the lines of his face onto my canvas, okay? Alright, there's my reference picture there on the screen there. It's pretty easy, so this is what we're going to do on the canvas. I used Crimson Red, Payne's Grey, Carbon Black. I used a mid-tone grey, and I also used Titanium White. Okay, I'm just getting my white impasto, liquid white, and I've got some water with it so it'll flow across my canvas easy. Now this ain't going to be dark, so I should be able to still see those lines there as I paint over them, alright? I'll wet this canvas as well, that way it's going to get the paint to flow across the canvas. Because I just want something to base coat the colours that I'm going to put on there, alright? Alright, I'm going to start with the eye, okay? And it's going to be black fading into grey, so I want to get the grey on there first. I'm using my mid-tone grey with my medium-sized filbert brush. And these lines here, I want to get them on there like so, dancing this brush around like that. And I mean dancing it because I don't want to be an idiot and go like that. I want to sort of get these crease lines where they're supposed to be. Do a bit at a time, like that. Alright, I'm going to wipe my brush, and then I'm going to just sort of twist and blend them into their associated line direction, sort of the way they are in the picture. So I'm twisting it around, dragging it some length. It's a bit hard there. And then I'm going to stop about there because black will go into there, okay? So I'll do that all the way around this eye. Now what I've gone and done is got my liner brush. These lines here, I want to make them a bit more defined with my liner brush, just like that. I'll zoom in a bit closer, just so you can see what I'm talking about. See, I've got it in there and I'm bringing it down, just sort of like branches off a tree or something like that, okay? Just those bits there. See what I've done? Now I'm back with my filbert brush before I'm putting the black, and I'm just tapping those lines and that grey, sort of blending it, just giving it a nice artistic brush finish on the canvas there, alright? Now I'm going to get some Payne's Grey next. Okay, now getting the eye around the eyeball, or around the actual eye, I want to just concentrate around that line of his eye, just like so, keeping it nice and sharp there, like that, and we'll go over the top of it as well, keeping it reasonably sharp. I haven't dried that grey because I want this to sort of merge together. Just like that. Looks like a basic paint stroke. Now I'm going to just wipe the brush a bit and then kind of start from the eye and start dancing this back in a nice artistic way into his eye there. I'll wipe my brush and I'm going to blend this into the grey. Wipe it as you go because it picks up more wetness as you go. Stab him on there. Come on, get on there, you little man. That's it. Stab it on. We're coming out to the grey because the grey's just feathering to the edge. I'm going to come back and build this up with more black later. But this is virtually one eye, how I'm going to do the eyes. See, the grey's still damp. It's going to merge. I might grab my small blending brush for this. It's very dry, which is what I want. And bring him. See all these lines here? I'm sort of keeping this direction that way with this blending brush. Alright, just sort of following the shape of the creases in his skin up here, and you'll get an idea once I've finished blending this what I've been meaning. Layering some more black on his eyes again, keeping this bottom reasonably sharp and tight to the eyeball, so it's nice and black. Because see, I want this to have brush strokes and texture and that touch of abstractness to it. I'm virtually putting this on excuse me, in the shape and brush flow of the face, like that. Can you see what I'm doing, Steve? You let the people see too, okay, mate? Sort of dancing it around those lines there, in and back to his eye. Careful, keep wiping your brush. Alright, getting the grey, and we're going to go to the other eye now, so we're virtually doing the same. Starting from the edge, prance it on, dance it on, whatever. I've changed brushes now. I'm using a small flathead brush. So I'm coming there. I'm coming about halfway into that eye area because I want to blend this with my blending brush. Put some more in there. We'll quickly get all this grey area on, and then I can incorporate the black. There's so many different ways to do this Joker, I suppose. There's a lot of different ways people have drawn it and painted it. Alright, now I'm going to get the black and go close to the eyeball again, like I did with the other one. Up there. And across the top. And I'm getting my blending brush, and I want to merge that into the greys, and I'll slowly build it up, add more black like I did to the other eye. Because if anything, the grey's just at the very edge of this painted eye area. It's not right out the way I've got it on the reference picture. So I'll dance it on there. Fancy him on there. We'll do a bit at a time. Wipe my blending brush. Geez, I tape that on and it doesn't make a difference. So I'm just dancing this on. Oh, you made me coffee? Good stuff. Now we're going to get onto his nose, which is just some shadowing, which is down here, sharp in there. You want to keep the line of his nose reasonably sharp on this side. You don't want any paint from this side getting onto that side. So we'll come down here, we'll get that line nice and sharp, just using my flat square-headed brush. This way, just coming across under his nose in that area where the shade is. Bit more on the brush. Seesawing it across like this way. It's pretty easy, isn't it, eh? While I have the black paint on my brush, I'm going to get his under lip area shaded in that way as well. I don't want to go into that white because that's going to be his red lips. Just to detail a bit around the nose, going by the display picture, there is some bits of grey here, so I'm just going to put the smallest bits in there. Just around there. Dancing into the black a bit. It just sort of breaks it up. There we go. I'll wipe that brush and I can come back with the black like that. Okay, I have some crimson red and I've got some Payne's grey on my knife. I want a bit of dark red, so I'm just going to tone this bit down with some Payne's grey. Not tone it down, darken it up I should say, with some Payne's grey. I want a bit more, there's not quite enough there. Just so we have a nice dark blood pulse red. Okay, compared to that red there. Alright, now what I want to do now is I want to grab the two coloured reds that I mix. So we'll just get those lips on like that and we'll do the eyeballs, okay? We'll put the eyeballs in. G'day Steve. Getting the red on my brush. Try and keep the outside lines nice and sharp. Keep chiseling it onto your brush, whatever brush you use. Just use whatever you're comfortable with. I'm just at the moment using a little flathead brush here. It's good for nice sharp areas. So I'll get this coming down here. Like putting lipstick on up there. I'm going to do the whole lips in this one colour, then I'll start shading it in with that darker colour later. Alright, getting onto the other side. That first side I've just sharpened all the edges up. Now I'm getting this side done. This is just crimson red I'm using here. So we'll get all that on there and I'll sharpen all these edges up off camera. I might as well get the outer edge line nice and sharp. And then paint that in there. Yeah, it's just crimson red. I'm finding this red a nice tone to use for this. Right, I've done the red. Now I'm going to get the darker one that I mixed up and start shading in his lips where it's supposed to be. So virtually that line across there. Right, going by the reference, the top lip is a bit darker than the bottom. It's just sort of brushed out that way. In a roundabout way, giving it some tone and shadow. I'm still using that flathead brush, little square flat-headed brush. Seems to be working alright for me. I did give that red a bit of a blow dry, so it won't mud up too much. There's a little bit here I could see just dancing up his scars on his mouth there, around here. Yes, something like that. Okay, I've got a bit of titanium white on that same flathead brush that I've been using for the lips. And I want to sort of just give his lips some shine, okay? Just across here. Just something like that. And then I just want to put the brightest highlight of white just in the middle of that. So that highlight has got some dimension to it. It's not just one flat colour. And that's pretty much highlighted his lip. Okay, got his lips done. We've got the dark tones in there. We've got some highlight in there. Yeah, so what I want to do now is I want to do the eyeballs and put some grey underneath his eyes there, okay? Okay, I've dried that so I can start detailing his eye, alright? So I'll get you to come in a bit closer and we'll have a look at his eye. This inner eyelid at the bottom, I'm going to just do simple grey, okay? So if I can get this painted in there like so, just like that. Is it picking that up? You can see that. Start from the end there and come back down here. I want it nice and sharp against the black. That's it. And one for the other side. So we'll come in sharp from the end. And nice and sharp, fine line against the black there. This is just the inner eyelid. I'm getting black now. This is not Payne's grey, this is black. So I'm doing the iris in black. There is a distinct difference between the black and the Payne's grey on the painting. Whether it picks it up in the camera or not, I'm not sure. Okay. Now this black, where I'm sort of in the shape of his top of his cheek and these lines here, I'm dancing this over the grey slightly. It's adding more detail into the actual painting. It's probably not picking it up on the camera, but it's picking it up on the painting, and it's giving it more bullshit tones and colours there. I've just done one eye, so he's got the, you know, there's the line there. I'm sort of, you don't have to do this if you're a very, very first beginner trying something like this. But if you like putting that bullshit effect in your works of art, I'd recommend it to anybody, eh? Just dancing around like that, okay? Grabbing the titanium white, we're just putting a bit of a highlight in his eyes here. Doesn't have to be a perfect dot, just so long as it's resembling a dot. There we go. Alright, that's pretty much the picture, but I'm going to put my own take on this now, and I'm going to bring some dark colours around the edge of it, just because I want to, okay? You can leave it like that, or you can add some extra background like I'm going to do right now with Payne's grey. Now I've got me Payne's grey. I want to dance from his face outline, okay? Reasonable there, just like I'm dancing with my work of art, and I want to come away just like so. Alright, we'll bring the bottom of that down first. So you're virtually close against his face and dancing into nothing. Close against his face, and it's just fading into nothing. Okay, I'm bringing it out to bugger all. This is this way I want to do it on the other side as well, okay, just so you get an idea. It's coming to grey, and if you want, grab yourself another brush, okay, and I'm coming from the edge with white, alright, and then I'm going to come into there like so, get my other brush that I had the Payne's grey on and start bringing that back into the white, so we've got a beautiful artistic transition of it coming from the dark area of his face into the soft white background of the edge of the painting like that, okay? That's what I want to do all the way around it. So we'll start again so you're not missing out. We're virtually coming up the side of his face here. Get some more on there so it's nice and tight. I'm using a small filbert brush because it's easy to dance with round brush strokes. I'll wipe a bit of that off. And I'm sort of doing X's or number 8s laying on their side as I'm doing this, because I want the brush strokes in this to give it that feel and look. So we're coming out. I'm not going to have that a straight line. I'm going to sort of make that a bit of a all over line like that. Wipe your brush, you're pulling this through just like so. Grab yourself another brush, get it all the way to the edge like that, bringing it to the Payne's grey like that, and then just slowly touch it in there, wiping your Payne's grey brush, and then start bringing those colours in like we did down there. Any old way. Come into the black a bit, into the white a bit. And I want to do this on the other side as well. Wipe your brush. Because I want to work on the white side first. See, I'm working on the white side, bringing it into the white the way I want it. Stabbing it here and there, wipe your brush, stabbing it here and there. Don't want too many uniform patterns. Okay, I've worked on the white. See what I've done? I'm happy with the way the grey's hitting the white. Now, I want to go back to the black side. I'll get a bit more black on there. And I want to... See, I don't want to bring too much white in there. And now I want to bring the white... Sorry, not the white. The Payne's grey to the white. If I go into this white and back here, I'm going to bring white back into me Payne's grey. And I don't want to do that. Wipe your brush. And that's pretty much it. You're just playing with it so you're happy with the way it's transitioned together. Like so. And this has just added a different feel to the painting, a different look. It's artistic. It was fun to do. You did it because you did it yourself. Alright, you can see what I've done with the background of his face now. We'll just come in and I'll show you. Alright, so you can see we've just added some abstract background to give it that artistic look, alright? Okay, so I'll just whack my frame on it and see how it looks. Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah, it looks lovely with the frame on there. Okay, hope you like that quick and easy exercise, but a very arty looking piece at the same time, okay? Please don't forget to subscribe and check out the link in the description below for the bloopers channel, so you'll be regularly updated and we can grow the community within that channel as well, okay? All the best to everybody, goodbye, good luck, and good on ya.